I managed to pin him down here in this bucket. Almost looks purple. Give me all the koi. You see how dark? Welcome to your mansion. I'm getting real bougie.
Hana Hui A Maui. Aloha,
my ohana. It is your boy back with another aquatic adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, we talk about everything in the aquarium hobby. I'm super excited for this one because I want to jump into this so bad. I guess you can say this video is part 2 from my last video. If you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. I'll leave a card up above, all right? We head over to Koi Enterprise in West Sacramento. My boy Anthony, the owner, I managed to pin him down and get a quick interview on koi fish and how they lose their color. You will have a beautiful koi fish with beautiful red, and all of a sudden that red starts to fade. Well, in that video, he talks about why and how it happens, okay? Super interesting video. Watch that video, then come back to this one, because while I was there, I mean, it only made sense that I pick up a couple koi fish. Now, one of the koi fish I purchased on the live koi sale every Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that you guys have to go check out, all right? Download the app. It's absolutely free for Apple and Android. It makes purchasing these beautiful koi fish just that much easier. Now, while I was there, my boy Anthony, I'm so honored, he actually handpicked both of these koi for me. Now, over the years and collecting koi fish, I never thought I would say this, but I am turning into a bougie koi collector. Now, before I would be like, give me all the koi, I don't care, I love koi fish. Now, I'm getting real bougie and I'm getting like real picky on what I want. There is kind of like a handful of koi left that I want to add to my collection, and these are 2. So before we jump into this video, I want to show you my latest and newest toy that I picked up, all right? Check out this footage. That's right, your boy picked up a drone. Now I'm playing around with this new toy that I got. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments, all right? I guess you can say I'm elevating my content creating skills, and I can't wait to use this drone on more videos that I put out for you guys here on YouTube. So let's flip the camera around and let's talk about the new koi fish that I picked up. But before we do, I gotta explain the process before I introduce them to my 8,500 gallon koi pond, Tiki Falls, all right? There are some steps that I take before I introduce any new koi fish to my pond. Check it out. All right, so I have my fish in this bucket here with pond water from Tiki Falls. Now, before I add any fish to Tiki Falls, I always give them an hour dip with MINN. MINN is a 2-part treatment, but we're just using 1 part, which we add MINN to the pond water, and we put an aerator in there for exactly 1 hour. So it gives it a nice little treatment, nice little dip, and it's actually going to get rid of a lot of bad bacteria, a lot of bad fungus, like you can see ick. It takes care of costia, flukes, things of that sort. And I do this with all new fish that I add. Like I said, it's a lifesaver. Protect your investment. And the best thing about it is Koi Enterprise sells it, so you can actually order it online, or you can go to the store and pick up some MINN. This little box here treats 220, I think it's 220 gallons. Now, even though my boy Anthony over at Koi Enterprise takes extra special care of all of his fish and he quarantines them, it's just nice to have that extra added insurance with MINN. You can never go wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these fish out of the bucket. We're going to put them in the viewing bowl. That way we can get a really close look at what we picked up. You guys ready? Yeah, I know you are. All right, so here are the 2 newest additions to Tiki Falls. We're going to first talk about the smaller one in here. This is a Buro Goromo. I've always wanted one. There are 2 varieties of Goromos. There's an Ai Goromo and a Buro Goromo. Now, the Ai Goromo is more red. I would say more of a burgundy red. You can kind of totally see the red. I have an Ai Goromo that I've had almost 2 years, and I'm going to show you what he looks like. As you can see, right there is my Ai Goromo. So you can see the red is a lot more burgundy red. And if you look really close, it may be hard to see it because he is kind of far away. It is outlined in a dark blue color, which gives it more of a outline. See, it's more burgundy red compared to the Burogoromo. The red is so dark on the Burogoromo that it looks almost purple. And that is the difference between the Ai Goromo and the Burogoromo. Buro is a little bit more darker to where it almost looks purple. As you can see, this is a deep burgundy, and you can see the scalation pattern. That is an Ai Goromo, beautiful Ai Goromo. I had them for a while too, putting on some size. I had them, geez, it's probably going on close to 2 years. That's the difference between a Burogoromo and a Ai Goromo. I'll have pictures so you can kind of see the difference. See, you see the difference in the red, how deep the darker one is. It almost looks purple. And I love the 3-step Burogoromo, which I have here. You see the 1-step, 2-step, 3-step, all the way down the body. I think he's gonna be a stunner. Now this one here is something that I've been wanting because I did have a Goshiki at one point in my pond, but it lost all its beni, all that red there. Now Goshiki means 5 colored. Yeah, as in 5 different colors the Goshiki has. It's a white-based koi, so that's one color. And then it has dark blue, light blue, and then of course the red and black. So it has 5 different colors Goshikis carry, which is really cool. Now this one is more of a lighter Goshiki. You see that top there? It's kind of a bluish, kind of gray color. It looks gray, but it's considered blue in the koi color hobby. So that right there is a light blue. Now it will get darker over time. So that light blue will turn a little bit darker, and then it may even have traces of black, which will actually make that red beni stand out in the Goshiki. Now the Goshiki was created, man, I want to say like 1918. So it's an older variety of koi fish, and you'll see over time that this Goshiki, especially the gray, will get a lot darker, and then that red will just pop. And it's something about the red on a Goshiki that is just a little bit more like fluorescent. It just pops. Maybe it's the gray body, I don't know, but they are a crossbreed between a Kohaku and an Asagi. So it gets that blue coloration / gray from the Asagi, and then of course the beni or the red from the Kohaku. So that is just a little education, some fun facts on the Burogoromo, which is a lot smaller. It's probably around 6 inches. And then we have this beautiful, looks like it's a 4-step Goshiki. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, it has one at the very end of the tail, so maybe a 5-step? I hope. I got my fingers crossed. You know how we talked about coloration of koi fish with my boy Anthony. So, you know, it's a grab bag. These are Tosai, so they're under a year old. So let's go ahead and add these beauties to Tiki Falls. Throw some food in here. You can see the babies. They're over there creeping. They're super nosy. But when they see anything on top of the ledge here, like buckets and crates and whatnot, they get a little spooked out. I got my MINN fin right there. This right here is just food. So, oh, you know what I wanted to show? Speaking of Goshiki, I have a Tancho Goshiki. And you're gonna see the color of the gray right there. Look at the Tancho Goshiki. You see how dark, deep blue? It's like black, dark blue, light blue. And then of course it's got the red Goshiki mark. That right there is one of my prized possessions here. Look at them. That is a Tancho Goshiki, but you can see how deep, dark blue / gray that Goshiki colors can get. There he is. He's still roaming around eating. But yeah, I wanted to show you how dark that this beautiful Goshiki can get. And don't worry, we'll be doing updates on him, so you guys will see his change. Maybe it'll turn a lot darker. Here's your new home. Hey, welcome to your mansion, guys, all right? I'll face him this way and see if we can catch him swimming off. Oh, there goes Mr. Goshiki. Oh, they both left together. Oh, how nice. Look at them. They're like, wait a minute. Where in the hell are we? Now, koi fish are social. As you can see, they're swimming together. Look at them. 2 rookies, huh? Small fish in a big pond. That's what we're gonna call this here. But I'm glad the little guy, my Burogoromo, it almost looks black, huh? Black and white. That's how deep that red is. Purple. Here they go. They're meeting the rest. Hey, what's up, guys? Look at them all. Super social. introducing themselves. Hey, how you doing? My name's Rick. Yeah, Koi Enterprise? Yeah, I came from Koi Enterprise too. Hey, what's up, man? I'm gonna go ahead and give these guys some food and watch them go nutsos. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Daddy's done. Daddy's done scaring you guys. You guys can hopefully be normal. They're still sketched out, man. It's so funny. They know anything that's on this ledge here that they're not familiar with, besides this container here with all of their food, is sketch, you know. So I'll move this blue viewing bowl. And now you guys can feast. All right, as I'm looking, I can see the goshiki. You see the goshiki right there? He's swimming around in the pack. I wonder if they're like gonna come up and get some food. You see the food surfaced right there. I see the goshiki right there. I'll zoom up on him. You can see him right there at the bottom there. He's probably still, you know, a little stressed, but it's nice to see him swimming with everybody. Now my goal is to see if I can see the Burogoromo. Hey, look at who's down here. The Burogoromo. He's hanging out right here at the bottom. You can see him. Look how small he is compared to everybody else, right? Gosh, he's a little guy. But it's nice to see him swimming around with everybody, being social. He's way at the bottom of the pond, which is normally where the smaller koi fish hang out. It's funny watching them. It's like more of the bigger koi fish who like aren't insecure are like at the top feeding, and then more of the smaller koi fish that are insecure are like below them. So it's kind of funny. It's almost like a ranking system, you know? Bigger koi at the top, smaller koi stay underneath the bigger koi, but at least it's nice. I can see him, you know? Look at, there's Mr. Goshiki right there. Man, he's not shy. I think he's actually eating. Is he coming up for food already? Wow, he's in the shallow area. Look, he's right underneath. See how he stays under? It's so funny, I just said that. He stays next to or right under the Oshiba. But yeah, he's swimming around. God, he looks so pretty. What a great pick. Ooh. Anthony picked that one out. Great eye, you know? So we got a Burogoromo and a beautiful 5-step goshiki, which I didn't even know it had 5 steps. I knew it had 4, but now that I look at it, it's got a little break at the end, which makes it a 5-step. I'm super excited to have these fish and watch them develop in my koi pond. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And please, please, my ohana, don't forget to give this video a big like. I really appreciate all the love and support. Take care. I'll see you guys in that next video. Much love and aloha.
Hana